season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First time with Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 46-yard punt. 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Kamara, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. This is Cohen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
It's 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. After 7-0 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll drop the throw, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Cohen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Johnson on the carry.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This is becoming a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 9. Kamara. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On first down, Wilson out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again here, Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Come on, D.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Press them. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Okay.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
At the 11-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Colby Parkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And it is now 21-0.
makes the score Seahawks 21, Bears nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 11. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To Anthony Miller.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The Bears 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this inside the 10 down to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go, defense. Smart that. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. 58's the Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action with Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
42-yard line.
Running with Kamara. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
On the carry.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And this offense is running away with this one.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. First down, a run with Cohen.
First down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cohen. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing up.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Makes the score.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead. But these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd
and 3.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Isaiah McKenzie. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of